one went over into the baseball field, and they're like, that's too big a ball for us to hit.
Over the softball field on that one?
Softball field.
Well, if he hit it to the baseball field, that is a crush.
Softball field, sorry.
Gotcha.
Baseball, but even they said that's too big a ball for us to hit.
Yeah, right.
We're not playing kickball. What's going on over here?
No.
Baseball wanted to break out a kickball game.
Collins along the side. Turned over. Rocha on it. Well, slide it low and left. Nothing comes of it. 14 minutes to go in this opening half. No score.
Interesting choice on the strike. Clearly didn't catch it the way he wanted to. Yes. A little change, so we're going to give Gunnar Studenhoff probably an extra few minutes rest before the half.
You got to plug him back into the charger.
He's probably not happy. You can tell by his body language, he is not happy to be coming off. But I know the coach is probably going, late. He's done a lot of hard running.
Yep.
Let's give him a few minutes, and then he's going to be good to go for second half.
Luis Esteban Son, Rockledge product. One of 6 players, local ties that should see action in this game. 3 players started, all from here in the Space Coast. Throw from Mimi.
There we go. Now, if you're Eastern Florida, possess it here for a few minutes. Let's see if we can keep it.
Hold on, Preston.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Eastern, you've just spent a good few minutes absorbing pressure. Now it's your time. Let's keep the ball. Let's put them under pressure. Let's make Daytona State chase a little bit for a while.
Preston Price the ball, wearing the 13 shirt. Transfer from Lipscomb University. Big throw for Drake Allen Dickens. Ooh.
It's a collision.
That echoed.
That referee will be stopping
Florida player down in the box. He'll stop it.
He came together with Prince Wabaduke. Have a look, balls up. That's Sexton, yeah.
Justin still down. You hear the mic's picking up saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him. A yellow card for the effort, huh?
Let's have a look at Wabaduke. As Sexton comes in. His arm's in, so I know they thought his arm was out. His arm's in, and he's strong. It was a good, hard challenge between 2 players.
Jeff Carr looks on with great interest here for a key moment of this match. Free kick, Eastern Florida. Almost kick it back, drop ball.
Well, it came off so the ball played forward.
They stopped play, yeah.
It's a stoppage of play, so it's going to be.
So 3 yellow cards in this match so far. Not to be unexpected.
No, I told you, challenges are going to be strong and hard. 2 teams not backing down.
Now we'll drop the ball here. Yeah.
Everybody confused as to
what's going
what
on.
happened. This could be costly for Daytona State.
Across the way.
So typically what you'd see happen in that situation is, because it was Eastern Florida's ball, you'd kick it back to him, but they wanted him to play it deep to the goalkeeper.
And then just gave it away.
Player just gave it right to the Eastern Florida player. Took it, didn't know what to do then. Just says, all right, I'm going forward with it. And that caught Daytona State on the unawares.
Preston Price had a free cross at it. Just nobody there to put it home. Headed to the center of the park.
Immediate high pressure.
Immediate trouble. Boy, good pace there as well on the other side from Muhammad Amat now in the game for Coach Sassnett. Number 27 on that left side.
And again, a player with blazing speed, as you just saw, that was clearly on display.
Coach Sassnett said he's got D1 speed out of this world work rate.
Well, you can see that the attacking players for Daytona State want to high pressure. They want to put Eastern Florida State under pressure right away. And it's so far, it's worked. They've managed to force them into some giveaways.
Jenna Stein, and down. There's McConnell racing ahead. Steps, lost it. Stood his ground was Darang. Direct, looking for Sukata. Don't give him an inch. Just inside the area to his right foot, sends it across. There's Amat there on the back stick.
Yeah, smart by Sukata. And Amat was trying, he laid out to try and get that ball far post. See Sukata smart, good ball in. Tantalizing, it was there. Anytime, if you're an attacking player and you see your guy Sukata get into a situation where he's going to get wide, get isolated, get to put a ball, you've got to get on your horse to get into the box and get into that 6 because he's going to deliver.
Hawkins has it. Under 9 to play here in this opening half. Entertaining affair, no score as of yet. Sexton. Turned over again, center of the park. Given right back. Stop start. Price. On the outside, the race is on. Schneider Mimi got the first touch to it to get out of trouble. Job by Collins to get up the line for Eastern Florida. Throw-in coming the Titans' way here. Foul. Throw in to one player with 4 blue jerseys around them, and you're able to get bailed out by that. David Gomez does his job. Now what are the options here?
Well, you shouldn't want to get this ball whipped into a good area. I usually say, you know, a ball put in, if it's a good ball and a good run, good things happen. I try and get that ball whipped into the near post. If I can get some runners going in, a Sexton, I try and get that ball whipped in the near post.
Bailey. Arte was the one that got the head to it first. Flag is up, offside.
Hey, 6 minutes late. Let's go on, come on.
It was Justin Sexton. It sounded like urging his team on, being a good leader, and it needs to be. He's the only sophomore. Everybody else is a freshman.
de facto leader, huh?
Well, he's the experienced voice.
Diaz. Pressure comes now. Schneider Mimi turns on a dime, gives him 9 cents change, and then the line more it goes. And Gunner coming back on.
Yeah, so you just want to give him a little bit of a breather and then bring him back on to finish out the half. Probably passing on a couple, and it might
How about
pay.
this chance? Oh, and put wide.
Oh,
it got hung
dear.
up in the legs. Everybody holding their breath. Just wouldn't settle.
That was, I mean, almost a beautifully scripted substitution, right? Put him in, and he doesn't lay off, and that ball comes across, and it just takes a weird bounce on him. I think he knew he was clear. I think he knew the goal was open, and the ball just took a really odd little bounce. He'll want it back. He knows he should have tucked that away.
Said, when you have the chances,
that's
you
the
gotta
one.
take.
Well, that's the one. I mean, and then you hope if you're Eastern Florida State later that doesn't come back to haunt you, but you'll look at those little chances. You'll go, man, it was a big moment.
Boy, off to the races that time was Amat, but committed a foul in the process. We'll stop the clock at 4:45.
That kind of pace. That kind of pace.
Amat will get into the book for that.
He will as a trip. That kind of pace can be troubling. So if you're Eastern Florida now, you got to figure out. So how are they playing him? Are they playing him to feet? They're playing him into space. So if it's space and you know you got him, play off him. Don't play near him. Play off him. Make sure you're the first in that space. You got to give yourself a yard or two.
Up that right side, taken away. Eastern Florida will have it. Under 4 to go. .50. A lot of energy been expended in this first half too. Something to watch for as we wind down and then look towards half number 2.
Yeah, I think so far Daytona State probably edging the possession. That's a good ball forward, but
Amat.
again, but now you have a look, and that was good defensive positioning by Eastern Florida State because you kind of took that pace of Amat away. You were first to the ball. So I was just talking about. So they figured out, okay, he's going over the top, so give him a yard or two, make sure I'm first to the ball.
Schneider Mimi, North Miami Central High. Wants to throw in the captain. Right back to him. On the left foot. Crosses away. Headed on frame. Jenestein would want that one back.
Oh, for sure he does. Okay, look, he called for the ball to the far post. It's there, and he just couldn't get on top of it. Couldn't keep the effort tamed.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark. .50. Breakthrough, Studenhoff. Jenestein. There's Sakata on the right side. 1-on-1. Crosses a bit too far.
Yeah, whereas his last effort there was really good. That one, not so much. But again, you see he's dangerous on either side. Very technical, quick, strong, smart.
Sukata from Tokyo.
Combines a lot of dangerous things. Actually, if he kept that in, because that was really well done by Justin Sexton. Because that was a tough ball.
About a minute to go here in this opening half. Falls to Rocha. Sukata to his left foot. Takes a shot off the back post there. And another effort just comes up short for Daytona State, but a beautiful orchestration of passing leading up to that.
Absolutely. I told you that they're very good in combination in the middle of the park to create space. And Vander, I talked about Vander Rocha, and that ball, he was looking for it. Did the right thing. He had the right technique. Just the post was a friend for Eastern Florida State there.
Would have been a stunner for Eastern Florida had they conceded it. Gotta be careful here. About 12 seconds to go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They count it down. Full time in this first half, 45 down, 0-0. The score between the Titans and the Falcons in this key match in Region 8. Halftime show coming up next.
The Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on the Daytona State Falcons. Live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
Ready to move up the ladder, but needing a bachelor's degree is holding you back? Become a better you in 2022. Advance your career with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. Choose from 25 Bachelor of Applied Science degree specializations in business, healthcare, computer technology, and education. Many fully online programs are available to help you design your perfect schedule. Get the assistance you need to get started today. It's great to be a Titan.
Biotechnology is not just limited to the medical field. We're starting to train individuals to also be in the criminal forensics field, where we're now taking students who have criminal justice degrees, training them to understand enough medicine that they can then go process samples, much of which are genetic techniques, to help with crime solving. Right now we use the exact same curriculum that a biotechnology student looking to go in a clinical lab setting would take. Much of the techniques that they use, the genetic techniques and the chemical techniques, are all the same. It's just what you do with the information when you're finished that changes.
Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on the Daytona State Falcons. Live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, ride with me. Now you're on your way, like it.
Halftime at Orlando Health Stadium in Melbourne. It's Eastern Florida State 0, Daytona State 0 in the key matchup in NJCAA Region 8. Basically a best of 3. Eastern Florida needs to win tonight, Tom, and how do you think they fared in that first half?
Look, I mean, you're coming out 0-0 with the number 9 team in the country. So I think, there are probably some things to work on, but all in all, you're in there with a shot to win the game, which is all you wanted to have at the end of 45 minutes. And actually probably might be looking going, we could have had the lead. They should have probably taken the lead. They had the best gilt-edged chance of the half. So they're probably feeling like they're doing okay.
No goals, but chances to talk about as we take a look at the first half highlights. And it was marked by a couple of early misses for Eastern Florida.
Well, let's start off early, and again, Gunnar Studenhoff, and look at that. And if you're the goalkeeper, William Diaz, it's a bit nonchalant. You're like, oh, goodness, that's by me, and you want to go kiss that post because I've seen him go in off those round posts. This is probably, I'm not sure. He may have had a call for penalty. You don't know if he got hung up in William Diaz's feet. Couple good saves in the half by Murray Hawkins. He did very well. But again, with Gunnar Studenhoff, we talked about this. If you toddle on the ball at all, you have a bad touch, he's the guy that's going to make you pay. And this is what he does. This is the most unlucky. The ball took a bounce. He knew what he needed to do, probably felt the pressure coming on. And those are the ones you talk about, those chances. These are the ones you have to bury. And that really should have probably put them up 1-0 at that point, maybe even 2 if the post is a little bit kind for Eastern Florida State. So possibly just a few little touches away from being up 2-0.
Well, hello to our crew. We focus in on what the Titans need to do here in the second half besides finish chances. They're being outshot 10-8. 2 yellow cards apiece in a game we expected to be a little feisty. Hasn't gotten there yet, but how is this going to manage the longer it goes 0-0?
From a card perspective, you just want to be careful. Anytime you picked up a card, you know that you can't do anything risky. You've got to be careful with everything you do and say from this point on, because you don't want to put your team you don't want to be a man down to the number 9 team in the country. Now, having said that, of course, we've looked at Daytona State, and they've definitely probably dominated the possession, created a couple chances for themselves. We saw the one late on in the half that came off of Yutaro Sakata, who had a lovely left-footed bending ball that was looking for that bottom corner, hit the post. That was probably their best chance, I think, of the half. So if you're Eastern Florida, you've got to make sure that you got to be perfect with him, because he's a guy that just needs the smallest amount of space to do something and make you pay. If I'm Eastern Florida, on the other side, you've got Gunnar Studenhoff, and he can change a game for you with just a simple ball over the top. And you can see that Eastern Florida is not afraid to go and find that ball. As we have a look at baseball there, we sent the ball over the other side. I wonder what they thought of the thing. What's going on here? But if you are Eastern Florida, look, watch their press. Obviously, we've seen that Daytona State want to come out high press anytime you play at the back, but they don't have a problem. Does Eastern Florida going straight direct to Gunnar Studenhoff, who can cause problems, and he's always going to be lurking there and thereabouts.
The ever-expanding Eastern Florida campus, here as twilight descends, getting screwed in and geared up for half number 2.
What a great backdrop. Look at it.
I know.
Standing up there with that nice bluish pink sky right behind him, having a wave. People want to say hi to him.
This is the time of year where the weather gets just perfect out here, doesn't it? The heat is gone. Just a little bit of crisp coolness in the air. It is perfect weather for almost any sport.
Oh, if you're these players, you love playing these conditions. I mean, again, a beautiful pitch, a beautiful night, little light breeze. I mean, it just doesn't get any better as far as playing, and as far as the conditions for playing a game. This is great. This is why you want to play in Florida.
Well, a few more minutes left to get yourself a snack or a beverage, and just join us for the rest. 45 minutes more to go. Eastern Florida locked in a 0-0 tussle with the Falcons of Daytona State. We'll be right back with half number 2.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it's like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it's like that. Come on, ride with me. Now you're on your way, like it.
The Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on the Daytona State Falcons. Live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
Your future begins with a choice, a first step in the right direction. Eastern Florida State College can help get you there. Create a great career with a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree, or a college certificate in high-demand job fields like healthcare, advanced manufacturing, aerospace technology, computer technology, and more. On campus or online, you can find inspiration, support, and success. So, what are you waiting for? Take that first step. Eastern Florida State College, where Titans rise.
Doing something that not a lot of people get to do, working with rockets that, just go into outer space. The possibility of doing work on a vehicle that might reach Mars someday, to me that's very exciting. How many people get to do that?
I'm part of SCAP, which is the Space Coast Consortium Apprenticeship Program. What it is, it's an apprenticeship program to get people in the aerospace field and get experience and schooling all at the same time. So I just graduated high school this past May, and I found out about it 2 days after graduation, and my original plan was to go to Eastern Florida and just get a basic AA degree and figure out what I wanted to do from there. I always liked the idea of going into aerospace, but never was sure about engineering itself. So this was a great way to get my career started, even if I choose to go back for engineering or even if I choose to change career paths. This is a 2-year degree that is fully paid for by my company, and it is 4 years of experience in the aerospace industry where I really get to get the experience and the schooling, and if I choose to continue down this path I can, or if I choose to further my education, go somewhere else, I can also do that.
The Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on the Daytona State Falcons. Live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
Back in Melbourne, ready for second half action. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler, our entire WEFS crew bringing you some Titans soccer tonight against the Falcons of Daytona State. A must-win affair for Eastern Florida to force a third game in this series in order to capture the Region 8 title. So you got to win tonight and then again on Wednesday. If Daytona State comes away, it's over. Third game won't even be played, according to Jeff Carr. No sense in risking an injury. So lots on the line. Everything, really.
That's why this game's so good, so tantalizing. I mean, so much to play for both teams, really.
Eastern Florida now attacking left to right in this second half. Sexton dealt with by Daytona State. There's Kelman, who's used to dropping back and playing a little defense. The race to the corner, won by Eastern Florida.
So again, just getting forward early. Good for Eastern Florida. Put pressure on Daytona State right now.
Sexton lost the grip but got bailed out. Went up the line. Rocha couldn't do much with it. And Sexton draws the foul.
Let's have a free kick in a dangerous situation. Don't go early here. Get something set up.
How about a boot in the chest?
I don't think anybody likes that. Doesn't feel good. Touch there. You see the leg come across, but yeah, enough to get a foul. You want to get this thing probably whipped in. I would want to get this just over that bar and dropped into the box. Right there. That's
Bailey
a good
delivers. Falls at the 6 and knocked out. Bailey will collect. We'll try to recycle things with Collins.
That's a well hit. That was a well hit ball. That was dangerous.
Put wide. Nothing in that one. Good composure from Kevin Kelly. Here come the Falcons along that right side. Runners coming across.
Could be trouble.
Janestein is there. Oh, just took a deflection and then cleared.
Well, you had a look where Kevin Kelly was lurking, and if that ball was put right to him, that could have been trouble. Now you're going to get Daytona State's going to settle it down, try and get some touches. Bart Sasnet, Joe Avalone, the Italian over there. He's going to want to get a lot of touches.
You've heard him coach a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. No, great coach, and certainly an asset for Bart over at Daytona State. Just a good person.
Joe, longtime director of Florida Craze Crush. Youth club in Eastern Orlando. He's produced a lot of good college players. There come the Titans. Have some real estate. Of course, he'll catch up to it. Studenhoff has a step. Steps over once or twice. We forced back out. Good defense by Daytona State. Takes a rip and misses it.
Well, definite right idea for Sam McConnell, or excuse
Bailey,
me,
yep.
Bailey. Sorry, I said the wrong name.
Sorry,
for Sam Bailey.
Let's go back to a few moments ago.
So you have a look, and there's Kevin Kelly just lurking. All you got to do is deliver that ball right in front of him, and almost did. It was a little bit heavy, but that was he was in the right spot.
Foul and will be Daytona State ball here on a free kick.
Expect this ball to get just bent into that far post area. Put a deliverable, good service ball. Make it dangerous. See if Kevin Kelly. Interestingly enough, they're keeping Prince Wabaduke back. Not let him go up on this. Give me an in-swinger, though. Look for that crowd at the far post. If you're the goalkeeper, just be aware of your near post in case Sukata's going to try something a little clever.
Sukata, boy, up and down drop. Another chance, goes in behind. Goal kick for Eastern Florida now.
So you got one group, Daytona State, they're going to possess, and here's that high press. So if you're Eastern Florida, you want to try and possess it, break a line, here we go, and get forward.
Off here to Sexton, right at the corner of the area, cuts to his left foot. Just getting a piece of it with Schneider Mimi.
Two players just not quite on the same page there.
McConnell. Couldn't do much else with it. Kelly. Marauding forward. On the outside, Sukata. Kelly running into the box. Sukata will cut to his right foot. Get it away and gathering Noah Murray-Hawkins, who, big fan of Jordan Pickford, by the way, the Everton and England goalkeeper star.
He certainly turned into a stalwart for Everton. That was a good ball. Sukata's so dangerous, especially when you can get him isolated and he can take you on and get the ball to the line.
Rocha. Oh. Sukata! That is goal number 17 for Yutaro Sukata, and it has given the visiting Falcons a 1-0 lead. Clinical.
Made no mistake. Made absolutely no mistake on the finish. So get a look. That was Kelly. He got the ball down the line, and it was three players very influential in Daytona State. Kelly, Sukata, and Rocha all connecting. So Sukata, he can play supplier, he can play finisher. And there he was to drive the dagger home. And this is where that chance for Eastern Florida in the first half really comes. You really start thinking about it, because at this point probably should be 1-1.
A diamond of an assist there too.
Well delivered ball.
Now things become a little more just desperate, you have to think now.
So with a really young group.
From distance.
Coming back, well done there by Murray Hawkins.
Shock and awe.
Look, if I'm Murray Hawkins there, calm down. Hold the ball for just a minute. Hold the ball. You just can see it. Make sure you take a deep breath. You're young. It's okay. You got the balance of the whole half to go. You know you've got Studenhoff. You know he can score. You know you can create your own. You create your own chances. So just take a deep breath. It's okay.
McConnell forward, and we pulled back. Foul against Eastern Florida. Now trail 1-0. Sukata, quick drink after those runs. Mimi. Kelly. Florida on the high horse. Boy, good sliding tackle there. Stopped by Bedoya. The Gaither product, Tom.
We share some comments. I was a graduate of Gaither High School myself. I was in the first graduating class.
So you're a player that he looks up to, right? You're on the wall in the trophy case, right?
Yeah, well,
Gaither High?
That, and also I'm sitting way above him right now. So yeah, he'd definitely be looking up at me. I'm up here in the booth. He's down there on the pitch.
Playing Studenhoff through.
Offside.
Nope. Flag up. Flag up. But you see the pace and the danger he possesses.
Well, this is what I say. You can be dangerous. You can get a goal. This goal, you know you can score. You've nearly scored 2 in the first half. Probably should have had 2. So just keep your composure still if you're Eastern Florida State. But you see how quick and strong he is, so he's a threat. He's going to be a threat the whole second half. Yeah, the referee said, I want the ball in play now. Play. Heard him say, let's go.
Launched by Kelman. Good job by
Hayden Wood. Well read.
Wood, yep.
Yeah, well read.
Freshman out of Kent. Maybe to throw. Here's Rocha. It's by 1.
That was well done by Sam Bailey, because that could have been a problem.
Space closes down quickly. McConnell sends all the way across, all the way to the John Deere. Fortunately, John Deere is not on the roster.
No, but he had a nice touch. Put the ball right down for that player. Don't know how it cuts the grass, but he took a nice touch.
Well, you know who cuts the grass.
Yeah, he told me today, Jeff Carr. Good for him. You know what? This
Athletic
is like,
director.
Hey, you know what? It's like his backyard.
Yeah. Long-time women's coach, now men's coach, and groundskeeper.
I'll tell you a story after this.
All right. Here's a build-up again. Kelly.
That's going to be a corner. Kelly, quite a handful. So some of the best times, when I would coach, I'd have to line my own field. And it was great to get out there early in the morning, nobody's around, you put music in, thinking about the game, lining your field. Something really good about that feeling. So I know what he feels like when he's out there cutting his field, thinking about the game.
You hear baseball players and managers talk about that too.
Yeah,
there he is.
I'm sure he's not.
Right now, he's not cutting grass; he's cutting fingernails, chewing them off.
Yeah, he's trimming his nails, not the turf.
They are down a goal to 0. Kelman. Ooh. Daytona State, number 9 in the country. Eastern Florida was in the top 20 as of last week, but the loss dropped them down to what would be number 22 right now.
Again, you have to look at the schedule they play. I mean,
yes,
it was so strong.
And 5 losses, all the top 16 teams in the current poll. And that's at Snow. They beat Snow, number 17 Snow.
Yeah.
And lost to Salt Lake, the number 1 team in the country, just 1-0.
I mean, that bodes well. I mean, every player's a freshman, so every player could come back. I mean,
conceivably. Lost to Lewis and Clark and Illinois Central, also ranked teams. Beat LSU Eunice. Oh no, lost that one too. So 1-4 against those teams, but still, it's the experience at this point in the season that you need.
Well, I like teams to be battle tested. I mean, it's one thing if you play a lot of games that you're just dominating. When you do run into those hard games, you wonder. Look at that moon, by the way. It's a great Halloween moon. If you see it live, it's like got an orange tint to it with a black sky.
Yeah, it just needs to stay there for a couple of weeks.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, to the back post for a second.
Speaking of Halloween and scary, that was a scary moment.
What you can't do here is concede a second.
No.
And now Coleman's down.
That would be quite a road. 30 minutes to get that back against the number 9 team. That would be a tall order. Look, right now, everything's. I wouldn't change too much.
Cortez Kelman back on his feet. EFSC cares, right? Getting a college degree is an exciting and prosperous adventure. However, you may face challenges along the way. Don't let issues you may have been having prevent you from getting your degree. Reach out through EFSC Cares. Get the help you need today. For assistance, call the EFSC Cares hotline at 321-631-8569. Numbers on your screen. Much comes to that foray into the attacking third. We'll try to get it back on that half. Zenestein. Build up now. Trying to turn, keep his feet. On spin cycle there is Price. Leaves it. Bailey, but right at the keeper.
That's another of those opportunities that you know he wants back. That ball became so big for him in that moment, like he saw the goal, saw the ball, knew this was a great opportunity.
Perhaps Diaz had a bullseye on himself.
Good ball, and you could see
it did. Deflection.
You could. He was like he was almost spinning off. He could see the goal coming.
He got there to disrupt it. About a half an hour to go in what is essentially Eastern Florida's men's soccer season here. They have to win.
Well, you got to be smart.
The third game.
This is a long time. You don't want to change too much about what you're doing. You've seen Gunnar Studenhoff can get behind him. He can cause trouble. So you don't want to oversell this right now. You don't want to be overcommitting and sending a lot of bodies forward at this point and opening yourself up to a counter at the other end. You can still pull this level.
Sam McConnell, Newburgh, Indiana native, and Sam Bailey have been manning that midfield all season and drawing the foul there. Free kick, Eastern Florida.
That's a foul. Cortez Kelman, who's, I'll tell you, a very valuable part of this Daytona State team. He's one of those unsung guys that does all the hard work, all the good work that you have to have. And apparently a very good singer as well, as I'm understanding.
I did not hear that one. Changes being made. Here comes Onu. Rolando is in. Leading scorer on this team.
Well, you certainly want him on the pitch, right? Now you need goals.
Good player to come off the bench. One of two Kent, England natives on this Eastern Florida roster. Up the line, tough to handle. Boy.
That might be picking up a book in there, maybe. Want to be careful.
Yeah, it was Justin Sexton, I think is already in the, no, Luke Sexton's in the book. So
it was a strong whistle by the ref.
Sakata, quick throw in.
Look at
that. How that first step. Lay it back. It was read well by McConnell.
That could break ankles.
Wow. It's running out of your boots moment.
Yeah, good man. Come. Yeah.
Did ask Coach Carr, who for 10 years coached the Eastern Florida women, was national runners-up 2 different years, 12 and 15, what the difference is in coaching the men and the women. He says, well, I'm a lot more worn out now. I'm not sure if that's necessarily age or just the guys.
Probably the guys.
He did say there's a few more egos involved now.
I mean, there's a different dynamic.
That one took a wicked hop, and it is 2-0. The Falcons that much closer to a region title.
So headed out and down, and right there, caught a little deflection, unlucky for the goalkeeper. That was Vander Rocha,
who now has a goal to go with the assist, his 6th of the season.
Yeah, we mentioned him early on. I think he's been probably man of the match. He and Utara Sakata, for sure. The deflection did not help Murray Hawkins at all.
It rarely does.
No. I think he
almost
had. I think he would have. I think he had it covered. And then you go back and you'll at the end of the game you'll probably start to think about the chances again that Eastern Florida had, even the one that just fell for Sam Bailey early this half.
Uh-oh. And a yellow.
That's to 26.
Yeah, that's your guy, Bedoya from Gaither. Got his money's worth.
Yes, he did.
So Sukata, 38 minutes to go now. Rocha has doubled the advantage. Now you need a goal. The worst way.
Well, look, one goal now would really help. Obviously, would help Eastern Florida, but it would also. I mean, that 2-goal lead. Everybody knows. They talked about it. The 2-goal lead in soccer. It's a worse lead to have unless the game's over. Because if the other team can get one, the whole tide just changes. You've handed them a lifeline, so that won't be lost here on Eastern Florida State.
I do recall a game you and I called at the beginning of the 2016 season, Orlando City and RSL.
One of the most unbelievable finishes I've ever seen.
Kyle Larin, the Canadian international, and Adrian Vinter, I believe, scoring the 2 goals in stoppage time to force a season opening draw.
2 stoppage time goals.
That's always told me that 2-0 is never safe.
It's not. So, like I said, that won't be lost. So, Eastern Florida, keep plugging away, keep going.
Remember, there's no stoppage time here. There's no stoppage
no, there's
time.
not. No, the clock is
so
controlled.
with 2 minutes to go, let her flip, let her rip, maybe 3.
That's a good ball.
That's a great ball. Studenhoff trying to get the edge.
Ooh.
And runs out of real estate.
Just couldn't get it squared. Did the right thing. Hard, got around, just couldn't square. Yeah, good ball, well weighted. As you see, he just can't get his feet set to get the ball squared.
It's got to be hard running at that speed, though, to set anyhow, right?
For sure.
It's easier when you're just jogging.
I tell you, so many players would love to have that kind of speed.
The throw at Eastern Florida, under 25 to play. Here we go.
Ooh, what a
in
tackle.
The box. Tackle off of Daytona State.
I'll tell you what, that was a great tackle by Prince Wabadike. Because that was a well-timed tackle. Studenhoff had the ball in front of him, was looking for the far post. And if you're going to stretch out in the box, you got to be careful. That was well-timed.
Bailey needed to be pinpoint on this one. High arcing ball to the back stick. Chasing is McConnell.
That's all. Rest time.
See how that one worked.
Yeah, just couldn't get to it. You had McConnell and Urarte chasing it down, and the corner flag caught the worst of it.
Get the trainers out. If you remember, in the first half, Prince Wabaduke had a collision with his teammate Brett Ramsey, who has not returned in this game. Concern going forward, of course, for Coach Sasnett and his staff, but Wabaduke has been a trooper.
Like I said, you don't get this level by being soft. So
yeah.
These are strong young men, and they've taken knocks before. So.
And a push. The arguing probably won't help you much at this point.
No, Vander Roach, a smart player. I mean, it's a foul, but he knows when to go down, when to set his feet. Got good soccer IQ. Been very impressed with him tonight.
Bart Sasniff called him the epitome of character and hard work. Florida will have the throw. Well, you can't score 2 at once. You got to get the first one and then go from there.
No 3-point shots here.
David Gomez comes in, the man from Naples, product of Lely High School in Southwest Florida. 5A Player of the Year a year ago.
And Amat will come in for Daytona State, so we know if
got
they
that
put
pace
some.
again, yeah.
Well, what they're looking at is, you know, if you're Eastern Florida, you're going to have to start getting numbers forward. So that counterattack opportunity is probably going to be present for them. And if you have Amat in that pace.
Sakata splitting 2 defenders.
Oh, well done.
Through ball. Oh no.
Important here.
Sends it right to the keeper. They had that near post covered.
It's one of those big moments. You're going to climb back in. Those are the ones you're looking at. Great ball. It's right in front. You want to get that ball to the far post.
Yeah.
You want to get that ball to the far post.
Looked like it was covered defensively on that back post.
They want to go near post. Yeah. You want to put it low, hard to the far post.
Throwing Falcons. Have only been defeated once this year. McConnell.
More attack!
Allen to the line. Be a throw in. Daytona's only loss came at Georgia Military College, the #1 team in the Division II rankings. Well, Eastern Florida beat that team earlier this season, so they're only blemish.
You can see Eastern Florida. They're either looking for Onu, they're looking for Sudenhoff. They want that. They're not afraid to play it from deep areas to try and spring them, get them behind the back four. And for good reason. They have pace, and obviously Onu shown he can score goals.
Price and McConnell trying to connect. At the halfway line will be a throw for Mimi. Falcons will take that. Under 20 to play. 2-0 hole to climb for Eastern Florida. The Titans now on the move.
That's going
Trying
to
to
be
find Ono.
Somebody's got to get in the box.
Ono covered and put out for, I believe, a corner. Yes.
Onu and Sudenhoff both going after the same ball. One of them needed to peel off, and probably would say Sudenhoff needed to peel off and get in the box. Might have had an opportunity on that.
Every set piece now is critical. Bailey floats it up. Headed off of the post, back down. Still in the 6 and cleared away.
Another situation where the post has not been kind to Eastern Florida.
It's one of those games full of nearlies, right?
Well, goals change games, Jeff, and you can see that. I mean, if the ball just rolls differently or finish here and there, this game could be the other way around right now.
Hit the post twice now. Look again.
Comes in, big header again. Studenhoff getting there, and it's off the post. The post just is not. It's been the friend of William Diaz today, the goalkeeper for Daytona State.
Price had a crack at it. Always bouncing, always hard to get a hold of those, but the goal cam angle here. How close was it?
Oh, you see Studenhoff get position, gets up, and it's headed toward the upper corner.
Stepping over Sakata. Onu. Left it to the far side. The chase is on. Iarte. Corner kick. Checking into the game. Going now for Daytona State is Elkin Barbosa.
A player I know quite well.
Number 15 out there now. Played at Winter Park under Tom Traxler. The guy sits next to me right now. Actually, a player on each side. Tom, right? Owen Armour for Eastern Florida is also one of your former players.
Yes, I do. Very, very proud of both those young men. Elkin is a player that can create a lot. He has a smart soccer brain.
Rocha. Onu now on the left side. Racing down the line. Here is Barbosa now. His first touch. Just making it sure it gets wide.
One of those situations, if nothing else on, they always say, if in doubt, knock it out. Hey, you don't give up a goal at least from that ball knocking it out, right? Right? It doesn't become dangerous.
Amat. Slowed it up, squares it.
Yeah, a little tug.
Now at the quarter-hour mark, 2 goals down are the Titans here to the Falcons. Deep throw-in coming for the Titans. This match just 5-5. Really tough to get games when you've only got one team in your conference.
Well, if you're only going to have 2 teams in the conference, wow. What 2 teams to have, right?
Right. But playing all the games here in the last 3 of the season.
It's a little mini tournament, isn't it?
Yep. Sure, if you're Jeff Carr, you would prefer it not be that way so you can develop, get a little better after each one. Put a little space between, not have the memory.
Well, again, I mean, you look at Eastern Florida's roster, all freshmen
except
and
for
one
yep.
sophomore. I mean, you certainly like to think the best is yet to come.
Barbosa. Falcons. Oi. Big hold up here at the halfway line. Studenhoff commits a foul. David Gomez in on that play too. And
Eastern Florida player down, looks like stretching a little bit, yep. Cramp. Players are working hard. Fluids, even though it's a nice night, a lot of fluids leaving the body. So, cramping does happen. Justin Sexton, but he's all right. He's like, just stretch a little bit, get me up. I want to go. Let's go.
Rub a little grass on it.
Put some Robitussin on it. I heard that works for anything.
Windex. Connell getting stuck in. Run continues. Under 13 to go. Kind of running out of ideas here. What, me? Niarte?
Well, for a freshman, he's had a good game for Daytona State tonight. Uriarte.
I don't know. On again, off again starter throughout the year. Oh,
that's going to be a goal kick. Now you're going to start to see a lot of balls just getting in the box, put it in the danger area. Any chance you can get, put it in the danger area.
Same position that Eastern Florida was in 4 nights ago. Down 2-0 late on. Got to put some numbers ahead, but you leave yourself open, as you mentioned, to a counterattack late. That's how they conceded the third.
And that's why they've got Mohamed Amat out on the pitch. Mohamed.
Oh. Shot by Price. Rowan Titans.
That's where you'd wish you had like a long throw so that you can get into the box directly, but they're going to try and get into a dangerous area as much as possible. Well defended. Oh,
Snyder Mimi will be fouled.
Onu thought he had handles on his jersey.
Got the warning. 11 minutes to play. Oh, Price comes up a little lame after that.
Yeah, see the limp.
Into the corner, wasting some time. Definitely taken away.
Got that little knocking, it's cramping. That's all it takes sometimes.
Onu will collect on the right side, trying to get around. Kelman was right there with him step for step. Played well. Still work to do though. Throw in. Is visibly frustrated.
But hey, look, you've knocked it out. It's a deep throw in. It's a chance to pressure.
He's leaving it all out there now.
He tries to get around the slide. Almost, he missed the ball. Tried to swing, this slide took him over the ball. And down because you got at the other end of the pitch, you got Sukata. You can't see him. He's all the way at the other end of the pitch, just hobbled off. He's cramped. There he is.
Yeah, you may want to save him at this point, right?
9 minutes to go. You know, yeah. At this point, if he's not able to, get a body on there that can run. And yep,
unless he's
that's
gonna
trouble.
rope-a-dope it. No, he's still off.
You can see they're already looking for that counter ball. You've got you've got Amat and you've got Janice Stein up top. Two quick players, and they're not afraid to go direct to them now.
Falcons ball. Time more and more of a factor now.
Drake, play the ball up.
Stein and Drake Allen Dickens coming together.
Yeah.
And a yellow.
Allen Dickens going in the book.
Whoa.
9 minutes to play. See the exchange now.
Little touch, see? Yeah, he just reached out. It's just a professional foul. Can't do that.
Rocha, boy, nice little swerve on that bad boy. Barbosa got a touch to it.
He has a well-shaped ball into the box.
Eastern Florida has to start asking some new questions here.
Well, you're getting a look and definitely pushing bodies forward now. Probably pushing 3 up top at this point. Going to try and, as best they can, probably go more direct.
Now, there you go.
Yep.
Play it quick. Alex Diaz-Martinez out there as well for Eastern Florida now. Another state champion in our midst. He won one with Doral Academy last year. Just a freshman. Starting left midfielder for the Firebirds in that game.
You go from being the big player in a team to another player on a team.
Yep. They beat Niceville 2-1 in DeLand. Player as a freshman factor into Jeff Carr's team next year.
So many to choose from.
Right. It is a big roster. That was out of necessity, he was telling us, just because of the pandemic and wanted to bring in a lot of walk-ons just in case you have to have players sit out for quarantine.
Well, look, that's smart. It was it still is somewhat an unpredictable time. Then even more so. So I think it's wise to have a large squad.
Clock stopped at 7:28.
There's a player down on the far side for Daytona State. Ooh.
A yellow's been issued too.
Yeah, dissent from the bench.
So 4th yellow on Eastern Florida. 2 on the other side. William Diaz, the keeper, looking for his 2nd straight shutout against the rivals in his 6th overall this season. Oh, marauding through.
Well, Drake Allen Dickens coming across well and covering.
Mott was in the clear.
Almost touching the flag.
Says he likes cleaning. Well, he certainly cleaned that one up. Or is that a band? This is like Allen Iverson, Bruno Mars, Lion King, cleaning, and chess.
Cleaning. Oh, I think that's his special, his off-field skill is what it says on the website. And cleaning is his skill.
Well, like
that's
I said,
a commodity.
He cleaned up well there.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get a right foot to keep it in. Nope. Crunch time here in Melbourne. 6.5 to go. Down 2-0. Stuck in that time was Bedoya. And the chase to the corner with Amat keeps it in. Continuing to be difficult.
Play the ball, not the player. Play the ball, not the player. Play the ball, not the player.
McConnell gets it away. Onu. Pivot in the middle of the park is Gomez. Down the line, giving chase. Whoops, bit of a push.
A little bit, a little nudge. A little rub. So it's going to be a deep throw in again. So you got to come up and pressure this. You got to make it difficult for Daytona State to get out. And if you do get it, you got to get it in the box quickly. Daytona State lining up substitutions. That's just eating up more of the clock.
The clock will stop for substitutions, but it does make the game more herky-jerky, yeah?
I got him. Don't follow. You go to my side, I got him.
Waste time on the throw here, right?
You're under 5. You want to get the ball in the box as quickly as you can.
Yes, Cortez. Yes, Cortez. Yeah.
Amat. Go off of him. It is now or never.
They throwing it long.
Throw in.
You can hear the frustration that's starting to come out now.
Good throw.
Yeah, you got to get in the box.
Had to be first to that second ball, though. Amat now on the counter. Will hold it up. Now lay it back. Benjamin McEwen in the game, number 2. Kelly. He had Rocha to his left. 4 minutes to go. And rolls it right to Murray Hawkins.
Easy save, easy cover. He's going to want to get all of this. This should be puts it down and he should thump it.
First ball. Second ball. Gomez. And lost on the third.
He's a big touch here if he can get to it.
There'll be a throw in. Substitution, I think, coming in for Eastern Florida here, yes.
Yeah, they do stop the clock. You hear they got the time, but they do stop the clock. Referee
Luke
going.
Sexton back in, finish this game off.
Referee going back. Check on Sam McConnell. A little slow at the other end of the pitch and trying to get his way off.
Headed wide. Clock tick, 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 ticks on. Ball's in the box. Trying to get a turn. Shot.
Whoa.
Deflected. Sexton can't get on it.
It's just one of those nights where great hits just aren't falling in. It's just not falling your way.
All taken away from McConnell. Is that Bailey?
That's Bailey.
Yep. Under 3 to go.
Well, you like it. These players, what I like that I'm seeing is they're playing all the way. There's no quit at all in this Eastern Florida team. They're still believing that they can get one and try and get something turned around.
2.5 to go. Yep. Now we'll eat up some more clock.
Yeah, on those
Give credit to
throw-ins
the Falcons.
Now it's about gamesmanship, right?
Yep.
Daytona State, you're not going to be in a hurry to do anything. You're not going to be in a hurry to take free kicks. You're not going to be in a hurry to take throw-ins. If I'm throwing, I'm looking around, faking the throw one way, seeing where I want to go.
Oh, bad hop.
Offside. Came from an offside position. Janestein.
soccer team will be Polk State tonight to lock up the conference regular season title.
Hear that? Some positive news coming out of the day. Eastern Florida women beat Polk State 2-1. Or 2-0, excuse me, 2-0.
Congratulations to those ladies.
Captured their conference title. Not going to be in the cards for the men this year, it seems.
Well, bright things on the horizon, I think.
A team with just one sophomore.
They'll take the season as a great learning lesson. They played it like we talked about a few times, the strongest schedule, and acquitted themselves well. And here tonight, you know, you're a couple things falling your way from this game being completely different.
Daytona State will advance to play the winner of Region 10. And these two teams scheduled to play again Wednesday, but that will be called off since it doesn't change anything. Oh, friendly fire.
Yep.
20 seconds to go.
Well, that friendly fire or not, that caught a Daytona State player.
Stop the clock with 14 seconds to only delay the inevitable.
26, as I think he got the worst of it.
Yeah, if you're Art Sasnet, this is not what you want to see as a serious injury late on in a game that's already not in doubt.
We get a look as it comes in.
I think.
So he's down, and then
yep,
boom. It looked like the worst, but 26 is the one that gets caught.
Away into some discomfort. Just 14 seconds from this being official.
Hopefully everybody's all right, and you're sure if you're Daytona State, you want to make sure he's all right. I'm sure he's going to have a part to play as they move on.
There's members of the women's soccer team there on the coming out to support the men tonight after their big win.
Talk about moving on.
Yep. Gonna hurt for these players, no doubt about that. We got the moon here, but the sun is the one thing setting here on Eastern Florida tonight as far as their conference hopes.
So I think they'll be frustrated, Jeff. I think this is a frustrating loss for them because the opportunities were there for them.
Yes, I would agree. Wish him the best for that young man, Daniel Bedoya. Was a starter and got injured earlier this season. Didn't get to play as much as he wanted. He just started coming back into form, and he'll be helped off by Joe Avalone,
assistant coach and crutch. Okay, but you got to do anything you can do. Go over there and help your players. Absolutely.
Long throw into the box.
9, 8, 7,
and they begin to celebrate now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And the Daytona State College Falcons are conference champions. Here in 2021, they win 2-0 against Eastern Florida. We'll be right back, put a bow tie on it when we come back on WEFS.
The Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on the Daytona State Falcons. Live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
back in Melbourne. Goodnight Moon, a very famous children's storybook. And tonight it's good night to the Eastern Florida men's soccer season. They fall at home tonight, 2-0 the final to Daytona State College. Tom.
Yeah, I tend to think it was a very frustrating night for Eastern Florida State because the opportunities were there. But goals change games, and it was Daytona State that took their opportunities and thus will take the 2-0 win.
Yeah, had a number of chances, particularly in the first half, and in the second it opened up for the Falcons, who now are at 11-1-1 and conference champs. It was fifth leading scorer in the country, tallying his 17th goal of the season here.
Yeah, I mean, look, and right there, Vander Rocha playing supplier, and I thought he had a great night as well for Daytona State, and Sukata, look, he played provider most of the night, but there he played finisher, and Rocha getting his just reward. Now that's why you shoot. You shoot, good things happen. That did catch a deflection. I actually think that Murray Hawkins had it covered, but the deflection took it the other way. It's a little jammy thing, but full credit to Daytona State tonight. I thought they were a very good team and deserving of their points, even though I think Eastern Florida could have gotten something out of this game.
Rocha, the assist and the goal to clinch it 2-0 to own the conference title here in 2021. But you're looking at the conference champion women for Eastern Florida right now. We will have them take on Daytona State on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Hope you can join us. The Falcons win it tonight. Eastern Florida season ends at 5-6. We'll talk to you next time. For our entire crew, for Tom Traxler, Brian Foster, John Bober, I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Good night, everybody.
We now join our programming in progress.